Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila Salsabila from Diploma Accounting 2017 Faculty of Economic, Jakarta State University. On this occasion, I would like to present my scientific paper entitled Financial Performance Analysis of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for period of 2017 until 2019 using the DuPont system method. Chapter 1 Discussion. The development in the business world is currently classified very rapidly, thus encouraging companies in various sectors, including the service sector in the telecommunication service sector, to be able to improve company performance so that they can develop according to the time and be able to face competitive business competition. To face this competition, every company must be able to make proper financial management in order to create good financial performance so that it can attract investors to invest in the company. Formulation of the problem. Number 1. How is the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for the period of 2017 until 2019 measured using the DuPont system method? Number 2. What are the factors can cause change in the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for the period of 2017 until 2019 when measured using the DuPont system method? Purpose of writing: to find out how the performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for the period of 2017 until 2019 measured using the DuPont system method. To find out the factor that affect change in the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for the period of 2017 until 2019 when measured using the DuPont system method. Chapter 2 Theoretical Study. Financial statements are description of report about something that has been achieved by the company consisting of balance statement, income statement, cash flow report, change in equity, and notes to financial statement, where the report is the final result of the process of recording a company's financial transaction that show the financial condition of the company during one account period. Financial performance is a description of the financial condition of a company which can be determined by analyzing financial statement so that it can be seen how the company's financial condition is good or bad. Financial ratio analysis is an activity to compare the number in the financial statement by dividing one number by another. Comparison can be made between one component to another in a financial statement or with one component that exists between financial statement. The DuPont system method is an analysis used to dissect a company financial statement and to assess its financial condition. Combines the income statement and balance sheet into two steps to summarize profitability, namely return on investment and return on equity. Writing methodology. Number 1. Place and time during the 2017 until 2019 observation period. Number 2. Writing method using descriptive method with a quantitative approach. Number 3. Data source, namely secondary data. Number 4. Data collection techniques using literature study. Number 5. Data analysis techniques. Search and collect data on the annual financial statement of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for the period of 2017 until 2019. Calculate and analyze data using the ratio of NPM, TATOS, and EM, then put into the return on investment and return on equity equation in the DuPont system method. Analysis of the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk use the DuPont system method and what factor affect change in the company's financial performance. Draw conclusion from the result obtained from the DuPont system analysis method. Chapter 3 Cash Description. Assessment of the company's financial performance is considered very important to determine the extent to which the company's operation effectiveness is on achieving its objective. In addition, financial performance analysis is also useful for knowing the strengths and weakness of the company. Information about the financial performance of a company will be useful for management as a consideration for strategies to be implemented in the future, while for investors it is useful for decision making. Along with the emergence of many similar competing companies, PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk is required to have good financial performance. Cash analysis. Number 1. Net profit margin. Based on the NPM calculation above, it is known that PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk has decreased during the 2017 until 2019 period. This indicates that the company's ability to generate net profit on sale during the last 3 years tends to decline. Number 2. Total asset turnover. Based on the calculation of total asset turnover above, it shows that the asset turnover of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk has decreased every year during the 2017 until 2019 period. This means the company's ability to generate sale of its total asset during the last 3 years has decreased. Number 3. Return on investment. Based on the return on investment above, it shows that PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk during the 2017 until 2019 period experienced a decline. This shows that the rate of return on fund invested by the company is not good because the company has not been maximized in managing company assets to generate profit. The factor that caused a decrease in return on investment occurred due to a decrease in NPM and TATLs. Therefore, the growth rate the company's return on investment followed the growth rate of NPM and TATLs. Number 4. Equity multiplier. Based on the equity multiplier data above, it shows that during the 2017 until 2019 period, the company experienced fluctuation. In the year 2017, it is known that the value of equity multiplier is 1.77 times. Then, in the year 2018, it drops to 1.76 times. Meanwhile, in 2019, it has increased to 1.89 times. Number 5. Return on equity. Based on data from the return on equity above, it illustrates that PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk during the 2017 until 2019 period experienced fluctuation. In the year 2017, the value of return on equity is 29.14%. In the year 2018, it drops to 23.01%. Whereas in the year 2019, there was an increase to 23.55%. Number 6. Analysis of the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk for the 2017 until 2019 using the DuPont system method. Based on the result of the DuPont system analysis calculation, the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk during the 2017 until 2019 period as a whole is seen from the NPM, TATLs, return on investment, equity multiplier, and return on equity, illustrate that the financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk is not good because the return on investment continues to decline every year, while for return on equity, the company experienced fluctuation or change that increase, which cause financial performance to be less stable and tends to decline during the 2017 until 2019 period. Chapter 4 Conclusion. Number 1. The NPM value of the company during the 2017 until 2019 has always decreased every year. This illustrates that the company's ability to generate net income from sale is not good. Number 2. The value of TATOs during the 2017 until 2019 has decreased every year due to the company's ability to utilize its asset to increase sales has not been optimal. Number 3. The company's return on investment during the 2017 until 2019 period has decreased every year. The return of investment value that continues to decline indicates that the rate of return on investment made by the company is not good because the company's ability to generate profit continues to decline. Number 4. Equity multiplier values during the 2017 until 2019 period fluctuated. In 2017 to 2019, there was a decline, while in 2019 there was an increase. The factors that cause change in equity multiplier are change in total equity and total asset. Number 5. The financial performance of PT Telekomunikasi Indonesia Persero Tbk during the 2017 until 2019 period is seen from the value of return on equity, which has fluctuated. This illustrates that the company's performance ability is not efficient in terms of capital use, and the return on net income and equity invested by the company is still unstable because it experiences fluctuating change. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.